island you once knew has flipped.
Remember when Fortnite wasn't just a game, it was a worldwide movement? You'd give your friend a piece of paper with your username on it, you'd get home, drop your book bag, and instantly hop on. You'd either land tilted towers or avoid it at all costs. The best players would be there, and that made the game special. Winning was meaningful, and you'd shake when it was just you and one other player left. But even when you lost, it didn't matter, because Fortnite wasn't about winning, it was about being there. And for a while, it felt like that would never end, but then it did. There was a time when Fortnite didn't compete with other games. It was the competition. It dominated YouTube, it dominated Twitch, and it dominated the worldwide conversation. Everyone played Fortnite, even grandmas. The news talked about Fortnite events. Massive live events brought millions of players together. Entire seasons felt like chapters in a story everyone was a part of. The rocket launch, the black hole, the concerts. These weren't just updates, they were moments, memories of the past, memories we all experienced together. That kind of magic is rare, and almost impossible to keep forever. The decline didn't happen overnight. There wasn't one update that ruined everything. At first it was small. Fortnite changed their focus. They started focusing on UEFN. Fortnite started seeming rushed, updates felt less meaningful, and slowly Fortnite stopped feeling fun. That's how it starts. Not with a crash, but with a drift. And by the time people noticed, it was already happening. Now let's talk about what's actually happening behind the scenes. Fortnite struggles to get millions of players. The player count has been declining over time. Since around early 2025, engagement has dropped significantly. Daily players are lower than previous years, and total playtime has gone down too. And that matters, because in a live service game like Fortnite, everything depends on players staying engaged. When fewer people log in, matches fill with bots and longer queue times. When fewer people play, Fortnite makes less money. And in result, updates feel more rushed and less impactful. And when that trend continues, it becomes harder to reverse. Fortnite used to feel like the center of gaming. Now, it doesn't. New games come out constantly, trends change faster than ever. And Fortnite, it's no longer setting the trends. It's not even following them. It's falling behind. That shift is significant and is one of the biggest signs a game is losing its spark. Because once players stop looking to your game, they start looking past it. This isn't just about players losing interest. There are real consequences. People lose their jobs. Epic Games has gone through layoffs. Thousands of highly important employees gone. Even the person who made Jonesy, the original Jonesy skin, is gone, which is like the main character of Fortnite. Some Fortnite modes have been removed or quietly shut down. Rocket racing, ballistics, and festival battle stage. That's not something that happens to a thriving game. It's what happens when engagement drops. Less players, less demand equals less money. And over time, the game starts to shrink. But if there's one thing that the players notice the most, it's the updates. Behind the scenes, other things may seem quiet, you may not know. Fortnite used to feel unpredictable, exciting. Every update brought something new. Weapons, map changes, mechanics, events. You never knew what was coming next. Things like Kevin the Cube, and that's what made it exciting. Now, updates feel smaller, less frequent, less creative, sometimes even rushed. New modes don't last. Big moments feel rare. And that constant sense of excitement is fading. And the part that nobody really talks about is it's not just the numbers, it's not just the updates, it's the feeling. When you log on now, it just doesn't feel the same. The excitement isn't there. The energy feels different. You don't shake trying to get a win. The worst part about it is we all remember what it felt like, that first win feeling. What it felt like being the last player left, a 1v1, shaking, getting that first win. Because for a lot of people, Fortnite wasn't just a game. It was late nights with friends, laughing over nothing, playing way longer than you planned. It was a time in your life, and those moments, you don't get them back. So is Fortnite dead? No. But is it dying? If nothing changes, yes. Because games like Fortnite don't disappear instantly. They fade slowly, player by player, update by update, moment by moment. And unless Epic Games brings back that spark, not just content, but meaningful content, Fortnite might not just be past its peak, it might be on its way out. Because with GTA 6 coming out later this year, if Fortnite doesn't change, that will be the last nail in the coffin. Content creators will leave, and Fortnite will never come back. The hardest part about all this is realizing that the game didn't just change. We did too. Fortnite is almost 10 years old. We have grown up and grown older since Fortnite's release. The version of Fortnite that we once remember, it was something special and something we will never forget. Something we'll cherish until we're older, because I don't think a game like this will ever exist again. But really, Fortnite wasn't just a game. What I think is that Fortnite was really just the friends we made along the way. Use code Justus in item shop #ad.